Welcome back. It's Saturday. Another chapter in the exciting and thrilling book of dumb shit Rob does with a race car. We're on the way to the racetrack with the pump gas car. We think we have it fixed. Again, some more. I always think I have it fixed, and rarely is that ever correct. But like I had mentioned, I was going to pull a couple of springs off, take them to the machine shop, have them check them, and I did that last week, and they checked them, and they were within spec on the seat pressure. I mean, they were more than sufficient for this camshaft. So the shop, the guy I was dealing with over at the shop, asked me, what's it doing, and asked me about the cam, and then asked me about the springs. I told him, and they kind of came up with a theory of what they think it might be going on. So they told me something to try, so I've done that, and we're on the way to see if it's going to work. Man, it's a bumpy ass road. Don't have a lot of faith that it's going to work because, well, every other time I've gone to the racetrack and thought, I've got it fixed this time. No, it's not fixed. It runs exactly the same, which is bad. But maybe this will actually be the one, since somebody that knows something was the one that made the suggestion. Well, we made it. I guess everyone's at Galot because there ain't nobody here, which will make a short night of it, which I guess is kind of a good thing. I mean, yeah, there ain't but maybe 30 cars here so far. They're not supposed to start yet for a little while, but there ain't no more than that here by now. We'll be lucky if we get 40 cars total. But regardless, this is just a glorified testing tune for me to see if that thing back there is going to run right. So it is what it is. So I guess out of all these empty pit spots, I picked the right one to park at because these were laying on the ground in front of the truck. They're not mine, but they are now. Cool. Score. So the car count's real light, and they decided we had two options. They could either pay 80% of the purse and keep the classes separate, or they could combine the two passes and pay one of the purses. So the class that had the fewest people in it got to vote, which was the foot brake class, and they voted to combine. I mean, that's the better deal. Yeah, there's hardly anybody here, but this is just a glorified testing tune for me, so I really didn't care which way they went because glorified testing tune. I'm just here to try to see if the thing runs right. And hopefully we'll get to go up and find out pretty soon. Alright, so we finally made a pass. Second pair of foot brake cars down, one of them oiled it down. It took an hour to clean it up. It's still messed up. 708. It's absolutely no better than it was. Well, I just made an executive decision and put the 950 back on. Got nothing to lose at this point. It runs exactly the same as it did before. You would think at some point I would change something and it would change how it runs. I went 708 at 96 mile an hour. Something's wrong. So let's put the carburetor back on it that went 671. Now see what it does. Well, they just called us for our last time run. I switched carbs. It's not leaking anything. It was pushing past the needle and seat, so I turned the fuel pressure down a little and lowered the front float, but I'm probably not going to record it because, I mean, let's be honest, who wants to see a race car run like shit going down the racetrack? I don't. So let's go see what happens. Well, that wasn't it. Went 701. I don't know what to do at this point. I have no idea what's wrong anymore. It doesn't make sense that no matter what I change, it still runs 7 O's. All right, well, we're just leaving everything alone. We're gonna put a 701 on it. It went 01 with a 1. Take 10 out of the box because I got to be a little better than that. And we'll just go up here first round and probably load up and go home. Well, I got lucky because my man red lit. He left before his tree activated. I don't know what happened. I took 10 out of the box because I was 38 the previous pass. So I was 26 first pass, 38 second pass. So I pulled 10 out of the box and was 35. I guess we pulled 10 more out. I dialed 701 and went 704. I guess it just is what it is. Well, they're kind of dragging their feet. We haven't been called up for second round yet. Theirs getting worse. Pump gas motor. It ain't gonna go faster. Probably isn't even gonna go 704. So I guess we'll put a 5 on it. Be a 4 or a 5, but I'm leaning towards a 5 right now because it's miserable out here, and I may have died twice already. Oh, there we are. Gotta go. Well, it's consistent. I might have died though. Went red, bad red, 12. I pulled, man, sweat in my eyes. So I pulled 10 out for first round, was 30 whatever. So I pulled 10 more out, which based off of my first pass should have put me 00. And I was 12 red. Oh well. But it went 704 with a 2 in the first round and just went 704 with a 2 in that round. So I guess we'll just put it on the chassis dyno. We'll see where the fueling is. And if it doesn't do anything stupid on the chassis dyno, we'll just run it that way for a while because, I mean, like I said, it's consistent. I mean, can't really complain about that. But, God, it's 3/10 slow. Anyway, that's probably where we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to try and get this thing loaded up and get some AC running in here before I die of a heat stroke. And I guess we'll probably talk to you later.